to the Joe Shenman Show. Tonight my celebrity guest is Joe Franklin, New York's first TV talk show host. With us tonight, Walt Gollander, Carmine Bassiano, James Petrecca, Yesterday's Treasures, Union, New Jersey, where Joe Franklin, the king of nostalgia, will shop selected memorabilia. Carmine Bassiano, an avid fan of Joe Franklin, will express his appreciation for memorabilia. Afterwards, a celebration dinner in honor of Joe Franklin, hosted by Bill Agnolino of the Reservoir Restaurant, South Orange, New Jersey. Walt Gollander will salute Joe Franklin with a special tribute of their experiences in show business together. Join us now as Joe Franklin tours Yesterday's Treasures, Union, New Jersey.
Well, back up so you can walk.
This is the most famous person you'll ever have in one of your stores.
Nah, don't be foolish.
All right.
Not one of my stores, the only store.
No, but
Now it's so hard to stay in business. You know, I'm trying.
You didn't punch out a couple of days at the post office, and I know you're supervised.
Oh, I punched everybody out. That's why they kicked me.
That's good. That's good.
What do you want to look? You know, he's been to plenty of shops to just look.
You know, I don't go anywhere anymore because I got no space. I got no space.
Well, it's always fun to look.
Remember the old-time radio conventions? You were there?
I still go.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of grumpy though, isn't it?
And she's a little moody because she's so nice, and she hangs on his arm. You know.
Great day. Great day.
She thinks who she is, as we say. Huh? I have to give credit to Josephine Carmen Bassiano, who came all the way in from Staten Island.
Mount Vernon.
Same thing.
How far is that?
Put in the Floyd thing.
You know, you probably want some.
Yes, yeah. I got it.
Carmine Bassiano, an avid fan of Joe Franklin, expresses his appreciation for memorabilia.
We're ready.
You're ready? Okay.
Okay, folks, we're here at James Petrecca, Yesterday's Treasures. My name is Carmine Bassiano, and I'd like to take this opportunity to say hello to one of my true friends in music. His name is Roger Cook from Glendale, California. Roger is one of the past owners of the Easy Listening Music Shop, which was located in Montrose, California. During the height of the Easy Listening era, was the largest domestic distributor of foreign CD imports, that had a customer service base of 7,000 people. It was due to his company that considerably allowed me to expand and further explore my musical horizons to numerous European artists who made wonderful cover versions of Four Seasons hits, and that we never would hear here in the United States. That's when my musical odyssey began. So as I continued to embark and pursue this interesting hobby, I was fortunate enough to contact some of the foreign artists and personally receive correspondence from them. Some were kind enough to personally mail me an autograph, such as Franz Lambert from Germany, Nick Ingman from England, personally called me from overseas. And I'd like to also point out that Nick Ingman was part of the Nick Ingman Tony Hatch musical team, who did arrangements and wrote songs for international star Petula Clark. Now on the American front, Stu Phillips, who was famous for his Hollywood Strings songbook of the Four Seasons and other artists, his credits also include producing Blue Moon for the Marcells, themes from Battlestar Galactica, Quincy, MacLeod, and so forth. Stu personally was kind enough to autograph both his books, Stu Who, an autobiography, and the Hollywood Strings Four Seasons songbook. So as my musical journey continues, I discovered a wonderful easy listening station on my radio dial called WPAT that was located in West Paterson, New Jersey. This station happened to be the #1 easy listening station in the whole country, bar none. There I was able to further discover more instrumental versions of Four Seasons hits like Sherry, Candy Girl, and Ragdoll. Now moving further along, I'd like to say there was another radio station I discovered called WPAT in the Hudson Valley. This was the last station that the late, great Joe O'Brien, former MCA good guy, worked at.
He was my announcer when I broke into radio on WMCA.
Oh, was he really? What year was that, Joe?
1951, 49.
Yeah. So further, continuing this experience with, while surfing the internet, I became a member of the Beautiful Instrumentals group at YahooGroups.com. whereby contacting music lovers halfway around the world, namely to expand a little further my collection of Four Seasons cover versions by more European artists such as band leader Kai Werner, James Last, both brothers, former New Jersey resident Burt Kenvert, who wrote Strangers in the Night for Frank Sinatra, and finally my thanks to my good friend James Petrecka, who was able to pass along to original Four Seasons member Bob Gaudio and daughter Danielle some copies of my collection. Thanks a lot, Jim. And in conclusion, I'd like to say my musical odyssey continues for now and will continue forever.
Was
And
Joe
your
your
music-
inspiration?
And Joe was always the great. Joe, I'm a nostalgia buff myself, so watching Joe certainly was a great
I just want
influence.
to say,
I love stuff.
long live Roger Cook. I'm a great fan of Roger Cook. And
Roger, okay, Roger, this is to you. You're the best.
And Carmine Bassiano, Josephine, James Petrecka, the only person in the world that I've ever met who had a picture with the very talented Nick Massey.
Oh,
You've
really?
seen him in all the pictures
You
with the
have quite a history
seasons.
yourself,
The
Carmine.
only person is this fella here with the shoulder I'm tapping who has a picture with the one and only Why Don't You Come Out.
I also would like to add, Walter, that Nick was one of the nicest persons you could meet. He was very kind.
that's
He signed an
support.
autograph without any hesitation. Put his arm around him. We snapped this wonderful picture.
You're the only one to ever be in a picture. I commend you for that and your jacket. All right?
That was great. Thank you
That
very
was a
much. That
run
was
through.
enough.
Now we're
You
going to
made
do
him
makeup.
very happy. Bill Angelino of the Reservoir Restaurant, South Orange, New Jersey, hosted the Joe Franklin Celebration Dinner. This is Bill Angelino at the Reservoir Restaurant, South Orange, New Jersey. He's cooking. We're just going to try to grab some of his time. Tell us a little bit about your place, a little history.
Reservoir was founded by my grandmother back in 1935, some 74 years ago, as a small restaurant, bar. One of the first people to make pizzas in New Jersey was my grandmother, back in 1935 actually. We have been in business here since 1965, making pizza. We've expanded the menu, we expanded the restaurant. Back in 1992, we made all the room that we see out there now, the extra dining rooms and that. We cater to a family clientele here. We have many different dishes, chicken dishes, pasta dishes. Pizza is one of our major
You're a family
specialties.
restaurant. It's like, who's Camerati? Your sister?
My sister's Barbara Cameron. We're the third generation here.
Is that Barbara up there?
No, she's over there.
In the back. Okay. Get her over to But what are we cooking here? This is
This is a
salad?
Tony salad. This is coming to your table, as a matter of fact.
Wow, this is the salad for our dinner tonight for Joe Franklin. Yes. Is Barbara up there?
Say hello.
Just say hello. We'll try to get Barbara. This salad is amazing. What? Barbara, can you take a minute?
Give it 2 seconds because we're...
Okay.
Tell them to cut for 1 second.
Like little inserts, like Bob Diamond would do in his halcyon days.
Billy, the owner's going to come in and
I hope so.
We got
I would say that it's been a very successful situation today, thanks to Seth putting all this together with all the problems he has about the board and all the things, all the things that are impacting on his life. He came.
Joe can get into the board on another show. Maybe she could have me on and we could talk all about it.
Not now. We're not
I
going
would
to talk
love
about
that.
that.
I would do that. Absolutely in heartbeat.
Everything was successful. The only thing that spoiled it is Joe Franklin came today and took up all our time, but we have to tolerate these exigencies. That's your word for today, Seth. Exigencies. Look that up in your funkin' wagon. And I wish I had your hair. I wish I had your money. I wish I had your watch. Though it is a little big for your wrist, I would take out a couple of links. Right now, that's all I have to say, because my medication is
Kicking in.
Kick in.
Okay, all right.
mark it.
Thanks, Walt.
After the white promo that you wrote, Genie.
Yeah, that's what we did in '64 with Jimmy Miller.
Can we get him a copy of that?
That's the one when I came on in '64 with the little black fellow free-starring.
Get me a copy?
No. Who are you? What, are you some kind of a special guy?
Got a copy somewhere?
Let me sleep on it.
Huh?
I gave you a copy. Fleckenstein gave me a copy that day. You want another?
Yeah.
Let me...
So you can turn around and eat on this side. He's got plenty of room. Oh, okay. You can flip around if you want.